Hey guys, Natasha Tessier here with Dwell Realty and Design. Welcome to my channel. If you are interested in anything and everything to do with the city of Houston, hit the subscribe button below, and I would love to help you with your home search here in Houston. Today, we are going to talk about why the Woodlands is great for upsizing families. Hi there, I'm Natasha Tessier. I'm the owner of Dwell Realty and Design by EXP here in Houston. We are a real estate team and we have agents all over the city of Houston, down in the Heights, in Sugarland, in Katy, out where I live in Montgomery, Conroe, the Woodlands, all that good stuff. So if you are looking to move to the Houston area, please hit the subscribe button, and we're also working on a Google form to fill out so that we can get more information from you and kind of help you, direct you. We also have agents all over the state of Texas, so if you're looking up in Dallas, I have some great agents up there, San Antonio, Austin, all those places. It's really important right now that you have a good agent that is extremely responsive to anything because the market is very competitive right now and it's getting worse. So you want an agent that's on top of things. Anyway, so today I want to talk about why living in the Woodlands is good for upsizing families. I've got my notes here. It's still early. You can see it's dark outside. Weather's crazy here. It's January. So today I think the high is 70, but tomorrow the high is 40. So it's going to get cold. This is kind of our cold, like low of 27, 28, and high of 40 is cold for Houston. So today we're going to talk about the Woodlands. I've talked about it before, but I have kind of some different information that I wanted to share with you guys on, especially if you have a family and you're thinking of moving, why I think the Woodlands would be a good fit. The first thing I'm going to talk about are the schools. They're in Conroe ISD. There's lots of high schools in Conroe ISD, but the main thing is there's 3 in the Woodlands. There's the Woodlands High School, which is very big. It has its own freshman campus. And then there's College Park. And then there's Grand Oaks, which is the newest of the 3. All 3 of them have A ratings. Like if you go look at the scores and the ratings and how all the kids are scoring, they're all 3 excellent high schools. So that would be my number one thing. Most families ask me about, schools and all the high schools. Now, most of the elementaries and junior highs follow suit. There's a few straggled in there that may not have the A rating, but I would say 80 to 90% of them are all really highly rated schools. So if you're looking for good schools, then this might be your option. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about are the amenities, the restaurants. So the amenities, the shopping, and the restaurants. So of all the suburbs, the Woodlands has the most to offer in this. There's a huge mall with Nordstrom and Dillard's and everything you'd ever want there. And then there's Market Street, which has outdoor shopping. All of it has fine dining. There's Restaurant Row. There's Hughes Landing. There's 5-star restaurants. There's steakhouses like Truluck's is on the water there. Del Frisco's is on the water. The Local Pour is a newer restaurant there. There's sushi. So there's so many good restaurants and coffee shops and different places to go and eat. And then it's probably it is the best shopping, in my opinion, of any suburb. Now, the Galleria in the city of Houston has amazing shopping as well. But for a suburb, I think it has the most to offer with all the different shops. So that's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to talk about entertainment. So the Woodlands, literally all the time, there are concerts in the park, just different entertaining things going on. There is the Woodlands Mitchell Pavilion, and that's like an outdoor concert area on the lawn. And there's, huge singers that come in there and, perform. So that is a great place. If you haven't been, you need to go to that. But you could just go down the street on a Sunday and there will be a concert in the park. There's always entertainment going on. At Christmas time, they have a ice skating rink. There's a main event, which is all my kids love to go to right there in the Woodlands. There's a fun bowling place. There's Top Golf. So there's tons and tons of things for the kids to do inside, especially like when it's hot, main event and those things are things that we'll do over the summer. You can also go to Lake Woodlands and rent the swan boats. I've talked about this before. They're really cool. You can kayak on Lake Woodlands. So of course, and then there's always a ton of, there's so many trails and parks throughout the city. It's a very active city and it's heavily wooded. So there's tons of biking trails and hiking trails and just a way to be outdoors and be active. Definitely a place that you want to visit. Okay, so some of the other, I forgot a few things. So if you aren't familiar with Rob Fleming Aquatics, so if you live in the township of the Woodlands, there's several little pockets. I've listed them before, Alden Bridge and Cochran's Crossing, and I can't list them all. But anyway, if you live in one of those, part of your taxes are usually low, which is great. So part of that includes your HOA fees, and in that it includes a pass to all the different pools and parks in the township. So Rob Fleming is a really popular one, and it has a lazy river in it. It has just a huge pool and beach entry. I mean, it's like its own little tiny Six Flags or whatever. So that's another really cool thing, is in the Woodlands you get access to all those different pools. I think there are 12, but don't quote me on that, but there's plenty you can. One of my families said that they went and kind of pool hopped all summer and made sure that they hit all the different pools. So that's really cool because you can go to a different pool every single weekend. That's another thing I wanted to mention, and make sure you check out Rob Fleming. And then of course it's close to the airport. So a lot of my family's mom or dad or both travel for work. It is one of the closest suburbs to Intercontinental Airport. We have two airports in Houston. Hobby is way on the other side, but Intercontinental is a bigger airport where most people fly into. And I would say, depending on where you are in the Woodlands, maybe 20 to 25 minutes to get to the airport, which is pretty cool. It's very close, very easy, quick route. So that's something else. Another thing is it's not that far from downtown Houston. So if you're looking at the map, again, I tell this all the time, each freeway makes a new suburb. So 45 is the freeway out to the Woodlands. That's how it kind of, and that goes to Dallas. So you're about maybe 3.5 hours from Dallas, and you're close to downtown. So if you want to go to a Broadway play in downtown, if you want to go to the Marquis Hotel, which we're going to try that. We haven't been yet, but it's called the Marriott Marquis in downtown Houston, and it has a lazy river that is the shape of Texas. So my kids are excited about that. You want to go to the Astros game, the Rockets, the rodeo, the Texans. They're not very good right now, but anyway, if you want to go to any of those down there, you're not that far. Again, no traffic. I would say 25-30 minutes and you're in downtown Houston. So it's very good location for that. And then the last thing that I would say, I kind of alluded to this earlier, is you have a good location as far as getting to other areas in Texas. So again, 3 hours from Dallas, not too far from Waco, not too far from Austin. We live in Montgomery, where, you're probably, I don't know, maybe an hour from Galveston, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. I would have to map it out. But you could go to the Hill Country, to Fredericksburg. I mean, you have a really good location. And then with the airport being close, for all my people who are leaving families behind or leaving grandparents behind to move here, it's a huge airport, like I said. And so you can fly pretty much, anywhere rather quickly. I mean, it's an international airport. There's thousands and thousands of direct flights every day. So anyway, I hope that this helped you guys figure out the Woodlands. I just kind of wanted to go over again the schools, the shopping and the restaurants, the entertainment and things to do, the location to downtown, the location to the airport, the location to other cities and things to do in the area. It really is. One thing I do want to add though, so people will say, I want a 10-year or newer home. You're not going to find that in the Woodlands. Now, there are newer sections. So Sterling Ridge and Creekside, and then if you're looking at a map and you go north of 1488, that's still considered the Woodlands. Part of that, like if you're looking at Jacobs Reserve, they go to College Park. If you're looking at Foster's Ridge, which is a new neighborhood that's very popular, they go to the Woodlands High School. So you still go to those schools, but you are not going to be technically in the Woodlands and part of the township. So if you want newer homes, you're gonna have to go probably to north of 1488 where things are growing. Or like I said, Sterling Ridge and Creekside, they're probably 10 years old, but most of the Woodlands and those homes in there are old. Like I would say, you know, late 90s, early 2000 is kind of most of the Woodlands. So keep that in mind if you prefer older homes or newer homes. Other thing is it's super safe. So a lot of my friends that live there don't walk up, kids running in the street. It's a very safe area. So anyway, I hope this helps. Reach out anytime. Houston Realtor Natasha on Instagram, Natasha Tessier on Facebook, and my cell phone is below. Again, I'm working on a form for you guys to fill out so we can help direct you to wherever you need to go. So reach out whenever you can. If I don't answer, please reach out again because it probably means I did not get your message because I'm really responsive. So anyway, hope you have a blessed day.